edits Rooster Teeth videos, and they're all right, I guess. I don't know.
Thanks. Thank you. That's all I need in life.
Work
Just
for Rooster Teeth.
exception.
He sucked that one Rooster Teeth's guy's dick that one time.
I sucked that cock.
You could say he sucked a rooster tooth.
I'm glad you found that funny.
No, I'm laughing because I know it was so bad.
Roosters don't have teeth, okay?
Actually, they do,
That's the
technically.
joke, probably.
They do on their beak. It's like just jagged, basically.
They're not- Oh.
It's like brush. Like, you know, whales have teeth, but they're like fucking...
Whales don't have teeth.
They're like broomsticks.
Whales have... What are
Yeah.
they called?
Oral sex.
Howdy just
Whales
chimes
have
in
oral sex.
out of nowhere.
Thank you. Hostile.
The one word I can slip in.
Oral sex is
Well,
two
by the
words,
fact
buddy.
Yeah, by the fact you
Friends.
have oral sex, I think it's a bit more than just a word that you're slipping in.
Welcome to the
I'm into this.
After-Party
Welcome to
podcast.
After.Party.
Hello, I'm Atticus Jackson, and this is Jaxel.
Hi.
Jaxel.
Hi.
Thank you. This is Jack. He's the British one. Say
Yeah.
Jack. Oh. You can tell he's British because he's fucking rude.
Oh, coming from the American who's multiple times told me to go kill myself.
I said that one time as a joke while playing Minesweeper. All
Hi,
right,
Cheyenne.
oh my god. Stop it. You're ruining it. You're ruining this. That was too real.
What, just like Santa not being real?
Everyone
So real that Santa isn't
hostile
real.
fatty. He's fat and also he's hostile.
That hostile.
Oh, he's not actually fat or hostile.
I'm fat.
He's just
I'm
Mexican. He's
He's
just
a fucking
Mexican.
lie. That's all he is.
What was a Tumblr post that...
Yeah, Cheyenne posted a Tumblr post about what happened.
What happened?
Oh, which time?
I haven't looked at Tumblr in about 3 years, so I haven't got a
It's her most recent post. She was like apologizing to Zeeks and everyone.
Oh, really? Of course.
Good. Good.
But she
Good for
did, it,
her.
she did it in a weird way where she still kind of sounded like a bitch.
Well,
Not
doesn't
gonna
she
lie,
always, though?
That's kind of.
Isn't
her
that
thing.
her undertone at all times?
Fair enough. But, yeah, that was a thing that happened.
I'm reading.
Interesting.
Anyways, should we skip to the weather?
Yes,
You know,
go to
the
Jerry and weather.
here has been.
How's it going out there?
Slightly rainy. Mostly
Go
humid.
rain!
It's still kind of hot, but we're getting there to where it's getting cold. And what is it? Is it October?
It's November.
November
It's
now.
November now. We got
it's
there.
November. We're still waiting for the really cold shit. But in Texas, you
Cold
can't
never
expect
happens.
I wish I
that at
could
all.
kill myself
It's
right now.
completely crazy and different. And at one point of the day, it could be super hot, and one point of the day, it could be super cold. So
Didn't you have the Hello Rain the other week, though? Because
Halloween?
of that.
I did.
Halloween was a
I
couple
went.
days ago. Yeah,
I went Tumblr. Sorry, lots of rain.
lots of rain. Yeah, we had rain for a good 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, dude.
Because of that tropical storm that went into Mexico, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it
Trisha.
stopped. It was.
Trisha.
God damn it, Trisha. Yeah, it stopped the Grand Prix weekend, pretty much. That's why I know it was raining. That's
Oh,
Yeah,
my
no.
on the weather.
yeah, I
It gave
think
us a bunch of
I think
rain.
I got some of
That
that too.
Yeah.
Yesterday the weather was horrible here. I couldn't see more than 50 meters out in front of me.
50 meters? Is
That
that
was
like
as far as I could see.
7
not far.
feet in American terms?
Not quite.
8 feet?
Meters are a
50
lot longer than
like-
feet. FYI.
Oh,
3 point,
so like
it's
10 feet.
3 1/3 feet to a meter.
3 1/3? Holy shit!
Yeah,
Wait,
it's basically a
measure
yard,
out.
I guess.
Can't measure out 30, 40 feet in front of you, you liar. I'm
No, I
gonna,
You
couldn't see
can.
it.
I'm
You
gonna
can
punch
guesstimate
you in the
that.
throat.
Because it was
cannot-
really foggy, and I
You
wanted to
cannot
make a joke with
guesstimate 30
people.
feet.
Yeah,
I
you
promise
can.
you. You
50
cannot.
meters, I can guess.
You just think of a
50 meters.
3-story building lying down.
You don't even know what that looks like.
I do.
When's the last time you saw a 3-story building?
Not
down.
recently,
Have you-
because I
I
live in a
live in
town
a
that does not
three-story
have
building.
3-story buildings.
Yo,
Katrina.
Remember that. Remember the Alamo. That's all I'm saying.
Why is Fatty just constantly saying Katrina?
Katrina, guys!
He just chimes in every once in a while. Anus! Anal! Katrina! 9/11!
Hurricane Katrina is when we saw all the buildings lying down on their faces, and 3 stories was the average.
That's dark.
Obviously.
I get it now. Well done. Very, very poor taste, but well done.
It took you a while.
I don't think iTunes is going to accept this.
Nah,
Not at all.
we have to put
No,
it on
I've heard
RedTube
more- I've
to
heard
be able
more.
to be accepted anyway.
Well, that's fine. I'm on RedTube all the time.
Perfect. That's our target audience.
You can finally hear
No.
us.
Knowing you, Atticus, which context? What do you mean on RedTube?
I get what you mean.
Comments section, obviously.
He works with Lexi Diamond and everyone.
He's part of the forums.
Oh, okay.
I get the word out there, man. Like RedTube, the best place to go if you want to see different colors and shapes of red, different shades of red in
And if
a
you-
streaming format.
Funny story, actually. I was listening to like some advertisement on YouTube. It was like a really vague one for a small company, and I could have I swore to God, when I heard the voice, I thought it was Atticus. I really did. Not gonna lie, it was.
It could have
so
been.
retarded.
I
He's
have
not
been
that
doing
famous.
lots of voiceover acting jobs.
No, you haven't.
Sell out. Sell
No,
out.
I
Sell
haven't.
out. Sell out. Sell out. Sell out.
The last one, of course, being Amnesia Memories. Hey,
God damn
everyone,
it.
Go to this channel.
Sell out.
God damn it!
Damn it.
Link in the description.
You guys like hearing a weird fairy voice? Well, I'm
Please stop right now. I'm gonna vomit.
No,
Oh,
no.
oh, I hate that fucking voice. Oh, I hate that fucking voice. I actually haven't watched anymore because that voice was so irritating. But it was perfect for the character, but it was so irritating that I
mean-
couldn't watch it.
It's.
Beautiful.
I had to sit through it
No,
live.
it was. For
You had to sit through it? I had to do it. Okay?
Yeah, but you don't have to listen to it.
I can hear myself talk.
You sound different to yourself than things.
That's even
yes, but with that voice, you still know what the fuck you're doing. But yeah, that voice
you
was
know what's
perfect.
about to happen, but
Shit.
you kind of cringe at the sight of when it says Orion and those words. You're like, oh man. Hey guys, what's going
Oh,
That groaning yelling is the
Imagine
worst.
if Gore woke up to that.
Al Gore, I love you.
It makes me want to shoot somebody.
I almost.
It's
Is she
almost-
deaf?
It sounds too accurate.
She's
Yeah,
not
like,
deafened.
that's
So
what it
if
is.
if you really wanted, what you could
If we
do is
yell
just
loud
keep
enough.
screaming that, and eventually she'd have nightmares of Atticus screaming that.
Oh my god, you're right.
Even more than she actually does.
She's gonna listen to this podcast and be like, wait, I've heard this before somewhere.
I had a nightmare of this.
I had a nightmare of this.
That's what we need to induce nightmares into young women.
That's what what Hostel does on a daily basis.
Is she even a woman though?
She's
yet.
ladylike. She has
That's just
girl
very
parts and lady hair.
How do you know?
Hey, I took the hairs out.
I don't want to know how he
I
knows.
don't know.
Me neither.
Wait, what's Lionheart saying?
I was just talking to him
Oh, he's been
about
checked for his D&D.
D&D. He was also wondering if we were gonna play a game.
Yeah.
But we just
One of these days, man, once Jaxel does anything whatsoever.
What? I can't host anymore, apparently.
Yeah,
D&D?
that's fucked.
Dude,
No, not the
this we're doing
D&D.
right now.
I thought you were talking about like doing something right now.
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
Why don't we do something right now?
Because we're in podcast mode. We're doing a podcast right now, and it's only be going on for 11 minutes.
We talked about weather, and it was
We
weird.
did.
They're the
We also
worst.
talked about anal because, I don't know, the fucking hostel.
Bad stuff.
Me?
Well, that's true. Yeah.
For anal reference, see Hostel Fashion.
And then we did sell out shit.
Anal.
So
The definition of anal came from 1985, where British analyst. No, I'm not going to say that.
analyst?
Analyst.
He was like, well,
He's
I was
a
an analyst
professional.
for like 12 years, but now this
But then I found out I
looking-
could stick my dick in her ass.
looking
And,
kinky.
you know,
we have nothing to talk about. That's our kind of
All right,
problem
previous
here.
jobs. Let's go.
Previous jobs. I worked at a
Fred Meyer.
Smoothie King once.
How's that?
You guys have Smoothie Kings up in the Canada?
I have booster juice.
I
That
think that's
sounds
quite
Pretty
different.
similar.
I have Java.
Okay. Or as Jack
Well,
says, quite different.
Is it similar or different?
Smoothie King would be similar to Jamba Juice.
I don't know what
but
Jamba
not-
Juice is. Can you explain?
It's like juice, but Jamba.
Oh,
Oh.
of course.
Smoothie King was basically, we had all of our ingredients set out all fresh, and we had like a row of blenders, like
Fucking
5
sell it.
blenders, and yep. And we had it was funny because we had recipes because it was a high turnover rate, so we would always be hiring new people. So we'd have the recipes for all of the smoothies that we could make, like just lined up all against the wall and around the blenders and everything. So anyone could be like, okay, I need to make that. This is what I need to have in it. So we'd scoop the, like sugar or whatever into it, and then the protein powder, and then whatever the fuck else, like banana, strawberry, all that kind of shit. And we put it into the blender and blend it up. And it would be so fucking loud.
Yeah, blenders
It was
are
great.
generally loud things.
They are, but these were like specialized blenders where they had covers over them, so the covers would go over the blenders to like
They were
mute the
industrial
sound,
blenders.
but they were still so fucking loud, and I loved it because I didn't have to make any small talk with you.
Oh, yeah.
the
Small talk
customers.
is the worst. I
So they're
hate
sitting there,
it.
They order it and then they wander around and they're looking at you while you're making it, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
that's
whatever,
what I like
blender.
about booster
You
juice.
start it and
Is you
it's
just
so
order
loud, and you're just
and
kinda
then they
like
just
looking at 'em
make
like,
it.
I can't talk to you right now because this thing's going on. And then when it's done, you just pour it into a cup and then give it to them. Be like, all right, that's going to be $47 for a 2-ounce drink. Thank you.
Wow.
So I was while you were talking,
Feeding them
just going through the
lobster or
Wikipedia
something?
random article thing, and 2 things in a row came up: a fucking flood in India, and then Danny DeVito. It's definitely fucking random.
That's so random. Very
It
random.
went from a flood that killed 850 people in India to Danny DeVito.
Are the two
Well-
not correlated?
I don't know.
They might be, man. You might want to look into that. Danny DeVito
Was
might have
Danny
killed
DeVito recently
800
in
people.
India?
I don't know.
If he was, then maybe he was the cause.
Yes, Danny DeVito just murdering 800 Indians.
Not murdering,
That's
just causing a flood.
That sounds
Of
like
love
the
and
plot to
affection.
a movie. Oh,
That
it's
sounds
okay.
like the colonization of America.
Hey, rude. First of
True.
all,
It's true.
we stumbled upon this place, okay, on accident. We accidentally killed a bunch of the Native American population, and then we accidentally got into a war with the English. And all right, I got nothing.
Yeah, that was the worst attempt I've heard.
Way to defend your
Bullshit
country.
like
First of all, we won, so
that. No, you didn't.
What about
You were
1812?
economically screwed for a century.
you're economically screwed for the fuck you is what you are, buddy. Dick.
No, your
John.
country was economically screwed for ages, and then you went into another war with yourself. Just like the Indians did, essentially.
Hey, to be fair, the South, which technically I'm a part of, but the South was being dicks. All right, so
No wonder
showed
you're
them-
there.
Well, I just kind of happened to be here. All right, it was an accident. 'cause
He was born
if,
into this dick.
I really was. If there was any other circumstances, I would have been born in Brazil. So there's kind of a difference.
What kind of circumstances brings you to be born in Brazil,
Where do you go
As
from
opposed-
Texas to Brazil?
as opposed
My
to the
mom-
South United States?
My mom is full Brazilian. My
Oh,
dad
I
is from
believe that.
Michigan, and they ended up in Texas, and that's what happened.
So you're
Well, at least they
black.
found a midpoint.
My dad was a son of Brazilian. Well, not Brazilian. There were American missionaries in Brazil, and I could have very well been born there. But
So your mother was using your father to get a visa into America.
nope, other way around. My father was like, "Hey, you're mine now. Come to America.
Wow, picking
Yeah,
up
so-
slaves and while
You're
you're
coming
on
here now.
a missionary
you're in
tour.
America now."
So now it's on to mountains. Thank you, Wikipedia. All of this useful information that I never
you.
need.
Random article number 3.
You know what I have to say about mountains? Bob Ross makes some nice mountains.
He really
Yes.
does.
No, Bob Ross just mounts well.
I don't deny that.
Especially today.
That dude is probably a fucking freak. He was like, I'm gonna create a
Alright.
nice little orgasm right here. And then he would just go for it.
Little circles. Little circles.
Little circles, man.
Some happy little circles.
Little stick up there, you know, nice and safe.
Jesus Christ. And of
God
course, it's
damn.
hostile that takes it too far. Yeah, it's always me that gets yelled at for it.
Jack, that was
Corruption,
way too
Ethiopia.
much.
You ever seen the eyes of God before? Right here.
Shows Jap's eye.
that
Hit it
supposed
with
to
rust
mean?
a couple times.
Literally scared right now.
Corruption in Ethiopia.
Ethiopia, what's going on?
I have no idea. I've got that. I lost it.
Great topic.
David Crosby.
What's going on? Bing Cosby?
No, David Crosby. Not
Oh.
Bing Crosby.
I
Sam
lost.
Crosby?
Jack.
Barbara
Pardon?
Streisand?
I died, and I blame you.
This is the perfect podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
If you haven't been able to tell already, what are you
Did
doing?
you guys hear about this topic? No? All right then. So,
Moving on.
Baby P.
All right, let's go to the did you know topic of the day. Did you know that 70% of did you knows are actually bullshit?
I did not.
I call
know
bullshit.
that. I am
Yeah.
very skeptical of this.
That's how you find out. Sometimes it's either it is or it isn't. 25%
That's how
of the
most
time,
things are.
it
You
really-
can say that with most bloody things.
25% of the
Either
time
isn't.
it works 80% of the time?
What the fuck are you talking
25%
about?
of the time, it works every time.
Oh.
References.
Yeah.
I just found
What is,
a
is that
child's music called A is for
house
Allah.
music?
Oh,
What?
It actually exists. It actually looks quite nice.
What if you just typed in memes into Google?
just memes?
Because we
like
know,
the word
we know
memes?
that's going to turn
Just
up.
memes. Like, what's the first thing that would pop up?
Yeah, what's the first
Memes.com?
meme?
I will look.
I think
Memes.
nicememe.com. or
Wait,
nice
hold on. Before you
meme.com.
say, what are our
Memes.com.
predictions?
Wait,
No,
okay.
Google Images.
Memes?
Google Images. Don't tell us what
I
it
think
is
if
yet.
you
Atticus, what do you think it is?
memes.com, I would think it was dank memes. I want to see Pepe in there. In
You
the
want to see
first at least
Pepe?
5
Okay.
images.
Hostel, what do you think is the first meme on Google Images?
7.
I
Okay.
think
Good answer.
that it is Bad Luck Brian.
Bad luck, Brian. Okay, yeah, that's good. Memes,
That.
images.
What is it?
It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out. A meme of Star Wars.
Star Wars. Okay.
Oh, hey.
That's the first image when I type in memes.
Okay, I just typed it in, and yeah, we were all wrong. These aren't.
No, I wasn't wrong. I just said there were 7 Star Wars movies.
We were to the first 5.
There's a triangle in 7, Illuminati confirmed.
Exactly.
Done.
That's how you know Darth Vader really wasn't his father, and the true father was Chewbacca.
I don't like the mental image of Chewbacca getting it on with Padme.
Oh, there is something I do want to talk
don't like
about.
that image. Oh, really? That's a rarity for us.
With you guys, I want
Rarity.
to talk about this.
Clopping.
Undertale.
What about it?
Oh, that game.
Haven't seen it. No
That,
spoilers,
I'm-
please.
Yeah, no
Okay.
spoilers.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I've seen a lot of it. I've
I-
seen
yeah, because
multiple
Ross keeps playing it.
Oh, yeah, he
I've
does.
seen so many people playing it. I don't.
I just need to
understand
finish watching Cry
its
play it.
appeal.
I
Like
couldn't watch through it after more than 20 minutes because it just
everyone
didn't
is.
I find it
seems
really-
Like there's so many people that are very hyped about it. So like crazy. They want all their YouTuber people to play it and all that. And to me, it's just like it's cool. It looks good in the sense of the art style they're going for. The humor is definitely there.
Oh, the humor's there.
It's
think
so
the
overhyped.
the
It's
best part about
incredible.
it is the charm,
Wait,
the unexpected charm that it has.
It very much does have an unexpected charm because the intro to the whole thing, if you watch that, and even if you go back and watch it, you're just like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what's going on. Is this going to be very serious or not?
Yeah, it
And
makes
then
it out to be
after the
very
first
serious, and
10
then
minutes of playing it, you're like, dude, this is kind of cool. But
well, firstly, for those of us, or for those watching mainly, or me, who don't know anything about the game, could you give us a brief summary?
I
without spoiling anything,
I can
Yes.
summarize it. It's like
yeah, I could.
it's like a little RPG game, and it kind of introduces it to you, and then it just throws a curveball of it being completely satirical, and the bad guys are, you're not really killing them, you're just like talking to them and stuff like that, and it introduces
Showing
that
your dick to
that
them.
gameplay aspect,
It's
but then it continually gets different. Like
it's a two-parter kind of. It's like it's your basic RPG, but at the same time, it's an entirely separate, opposite thing where it's you can do your RPG thing where you want to fight and get as much experience as possible and level up and do your thing, but also you could spare people, not fight, do your, try to talk it out, have your own like conversations and interact with these different enemies, people type things. And so you have basically two different options You can fight or you can talk it out. And
So you become a murderer or a thief, essentially.
yeah, technically, because you like even if you do talk it out, you still get gold. So you might be.
You don't get
technically
XP for it, do
stealing
you?
from these people. You don't get experience, but you still get money.
Pardon?
Later on. But to me, it's just I don't know.
I think it's a
good
charming game that if you haven't seen somebody else play it, you should definitely play it by yourself.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as excited about it as so many people are that I've seen. Like, it's a good game, but it's just a game. Like,
But to
it's
be
another
fair,
game. I don't see anything crazy special about it. It's cool. It's different. It's a
Personally, I don't see any replayability in that game.
Yeah, people are replaying it toward hell.
Yeah,
no, there's two ways I see it. There's you go pacifist, you go genocide. That's it.
I don't see
Kill everyone or you don't.
I just feel like the that kind of like interacting with the enemies isn't really a separation of play styles. I think the whole thing about it is the jokes and the unexpected, just random things that happen is the entire experience of the game. And that's why it's a good game.
If you play one way or the other, the jokes and the stuff change up during the game.
Oh, really?
The settings will change and all that. That's kind of the thing to it. So, like, if you wanted that extra content, you could go through and play the game all over again and do the opposite of what you did before, and you would see different play or different dialogues and different stuff like that. But I don't know. That's a lot of work.
From what I've seen, it gives the impression that it's
soon.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is coming out. I've got that. Sorry, I'm so proud of myself that I bought it. I got Fallout 4, yay!
Yeah,
I've seen of Undertale. It's like Richard and Alice with the dialogue of Homestuck. If any of you remember Richard and Alice.
Richard and Alice. Yes, I remember that.
Richard and Alice, it came up in my mind while thinking of this game, and I was just like, it's kind of one of those things where there's choices, there's I don't know, dialogues between the characters, and you're just like
well, no, Richard and Alice didn't really have decisions.
You're right. It was.
I think for the decision part, you could say something like Until Dawn, but the problem is Until Dawn is so expansive that
I wouldn't compare it at all to Until Dawn.
Yeah, Until Dawn is way too much of an expansive level. It's sort of.
I don't want to say the newest Telltale Games Minecraft series because
I think
if you've seen that
I think
at all, you don't make any
level
decisions, and it just kind of goes its way.
Yeah, it's Necopara.
Might be good. It's a story that has decisions. No, Necopara doesn't even have decisions though. You just
it doesn't.
Would you like to bang or no?
Would
you like to fuck this cat girl that's moist?
Would you like to install the R18 version or not?
Exactly. That's the biggest decision.
Yes,
God, that was the worst
obviously .exe.
.jpeg.
.jpeg.
.lol.
.exe.
I mean, Undertale it's a good game.
.me.
It's a good.
I think it's just a charming game.
It's different. It's really, really different, and that's I think what makes it stand apart from any other JRPGs or the weird shit that we see nowadays.
From what I've seen, it just plays almost entirely like an old GBA game, which for now is very different because it's like, wait, people are still making these, but we had that for 10 years.
Well, there's an oddly crazy amount of like if you make a decision in the game and go with it, you're gonna get a different ending. Like it changes a lot, and that's kind of surprising. And so far that we've had so many games where it's like, oh, you can pick, if you want to do good or you want to do bad, but it ultimately ends up being the same damn thing. And
Until
that's kind of annoying at this point. Yeah. So this game is different than that, but it's still, I don't know. It's just, to me, the best thing about the game of Undertale is the music.
The music is really good.
That I'll agree on.
The music is
completely agree on.
It's fantastic. Fantastic music. It sticks with you. You remember it, and you yell at yourself when you hear other people play it and they can't get that fucking umbrella part right. When it's like super easy when you think about it. I mean, come on. It's right there.
Atticus has some strong feelings towards this.
Clearly.
By the way, Chaxel, for the podcast, do you have anything in the or what are you going to put in the background? Or
I've been playing CS:GO.
Oh, okay, good.
You've just been playing CS:GO, running around in deathmatch, death.
Yeah, I've been playing
death.
Arms Race.
Because if
I have
necessary,
that one song that I'm allowed to play over and over again that I played in Amnesia. I can use that places now. It's a really good song. I don't know if you heard it.
What one?
It's the last one in the episode 5 of our Amnesia thing.
Don't make me look.
The game soundtrack, you mean?
It's not the game soundtrack. It's a random music clip I found somewhere, and then I contacted the author, and he's like,
Oh, right, that's
"Hey,
what you're talking about. Right.
Some guy just paid me to make this music, so I'm gonna ask him." And then that guy said it was cool, so I credited him. So it sounds really good.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that.
Thank you.
Well, we've just got an insight into episode 5 that I'm not going to watch, sadly.
It's episode 6, actually.
Yeah,
I'm not going to watch it until
episode
it's completely
6.
done, sadly.
Oh God,
That's even...
fuck you in a half.
Fuck you and a half.
Fuck you in a half. In a half
Yep.
or and a half.
I'll contact you hostile in 6.5 years when I finally finish.
When you're legal.
I'm legal.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I channeled my inner core there.
Hostile Gore. Chilling out over here.
The Hostile
50
Gore
years old.
fanfics are
Looking
on a
very
rise.
pretty. Dressed up as a
God.
clone trooper for Halloween.
I actually
Wait.
dressed up as the puppet from FNAF.
Oh, yeah. What was everybody for Halloween? Excluding Jack, because he's an asshole.
I was in a
They,
car going
they,
along the A68, so I
Exactly.
couldn't be.
Okay, one at a time. Let's go back down by the list. Score. What were you
didn't-
for Halloween?
Sleeping.
I was a solitaire. I was the ace of spades. I was cute. Looking.
Jesus Christ.
If Score ever hears you impersonate her like that, she's going to be angry.
Teen Girl Squad!
Teen Girl Squad. I was so and so, and I was looking like an ace of spades.
I
Baby.
just realised you're singing. God damn it.
I don't.
Okay, you know what Gore was?
That was Gore. That was good job, Gore. Thank you for telling
Yeah,
us.
thanks, Score. Atticus, how about you?
I didn't dress up. I was.
What the fuck?
no.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I had
He
to
was
work.
drunk and naked.
I went to work in my costume.
Dressed up?
I was work, and then I went home and I was drunk and naked.
So that was his.
So for Halloween, he was drunk.
and naked.
Yeah,
For Halloween, he was drunk and naked, so he
Yeah,
was a
every
very scary thing.
I
He
answered the
reminded me
door.
of my
It was
uncle.
really awkward.
For Halloween, he was just an alcoholic.
I don't think with him it was
So basically,
just for
business
Halloween.
as usual.
It was the easiest thing to do, honestly.
It would have been terrifying, though, to see Atticus drunk and naked. It would remind all the kids of their uncles.
Hey,
Goddamn.
those are goals for them to look for. Okay.
Hey, their uncle with a sexy voice, mind you.
Stretch.
Actually, yeah, they probably wouldn't have uncles with sexy voices. They wouldn't.
Oh my god.
This is starting to sound like one of Magenta's drawings.
This is where you censor out parts of the podcast.
Yeah.
No, leave it.
Like the first hour and a half.
Just
we-
erase
can
the first year
Can
of
we
my
have a
interaction with
censored
all of it.
version of Magenta's drawing on screen? Can we do that?
Sure, I'll put it up now.
Just
There you
reference,
go.
yeah.
That's Magenta doing stuff.
Oh, wow.
Doing her thing, really.
Wow.
Yeah, we're all looking at it.
Oh.
Please, no.
What am I looking at?
Magenta's Twitter feed.
Am I into this? I might be into
Isn't
this.
most of Magenta's stuff just lewd cats or some shit at the moment?
No, it's
Magenta goes in phases.
I haven't looked at her stuff recently.
Is that
Recently?
a squirrel?
I
Oh
don't even
god,
know
Quizzics gonna be
Either a
upset.
panther, like a cat, maybe. I don't know. Although I do like her art style.
I love her
wanted
art
to, like,
style.
Have to
great.
Photoshop like random stuff into the picture. Oh, is that a watermelon? Oh, weird.
What are you even talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Photoshop it in, okay? Just post, okay?
Can we have Terminator eating a watermelon?
Oh, is that kumquats?
I guess so.
Kumquats, bro.
Oh
We
my
should-
god, it's
we
a
should
wall of
also
cam.
We should have a picture of Atticus, like just
No,
the bottom left
don't do
of the
that.
screen the entire time.
Just his face.
Don't do that.
He's just watching.
Just edit his face
Oh, is that
jumping every
Atticus
time
eating
he
a
talks.
watermelon? Oh, gross.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I will
Just
slide
Atticus'
you that
face every
picture.
time he's talking, just bounce and then stop. He stops talking and bounce when he talks and stop. And bounce
So
and stop.
basically, a Minecraft machinima.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is horrible.
This is really bad.
This is very good for us, let's admit.
I'm glad we got
Well,
to have our own radio.
Good as in tame. Good as in quality.
This was very tame.
Not so
Oh, this is
much.
good quality because it's tame.
we could have our own. We could put up our own like
Dildo store.
show. I mean, dildos.
We do put up our own show. We don't need a producer like a
I
producer to
actually
do
found
that.
something to do with dildos that you'll probably all enjoy.
No, you just have to like have current news and stuff, and then we all talk about the news. Like,
Alright, I
hey,
got-
Oh yeah, like all those
You guys.
gaming news shows
How's-
that everyone
I
does.
gotta
gaming.
guys. I have a topic.
is
Destiny's
gaming-
newest DLC.
We're not gaming
Okay.
news.
I don't like Destiny, so
Also, I
this is
don't
gonna
play
be a-
Destiny, so
Okay.
Hey, I don't play Destiny either.
nobody
Neither
plays
do I.
games.
Killing no.
Killing floor.
You know what? Okay, do you have GTA 5?
Yes.
No.
Not from a
Well,
PC.
yeah.
Poor.
What do you have it on?
Okay, Jack, why did
PS3.
you link
You
us
have it on
a
PS3?
spring-loaded cock
I did,
and
yes.
glitter surprise?
Okay, I bought GTA 5 on Green Man Gaming, and
Sell out.
okay, I bought on PC. I'm a sellout. I'm sorry.
I just instantly call you a sellout.
A week later or so, I had to refresh my PC because like shit happened, and I had to reinstall GTA 5, and it wouldn't let me do it. Like I logged in, I had my key and everything, and said, "This key has already been used. You can't use this to download GTA 5." So I messaged them. They never got back to me. So
Green Man Gaming.
yeah,
Sounds fun.
Green Man Gaming got back to me and they said, "Hey man, I'm sorry, that sucks. You're just gonna have to get back to Rockstar with this problem because they're not recognizing your key that you bought from us, even though here's all the information that we have that you bought this from us and spent this money."
Why would you buy it from like
So
something
because
other than
I bought it-
Steam?
I bought it from Green Man
Because it was
Gaming for like
cheaper.
$40. And
Yeah,
it
it's
was
like
awesome.
40 something bucks right
Because-
now.
I saved $20. Well, it's not right now. This is when it came out.
When it came out,
So
I guess that is pretty
yes,
good.
this was a while ago, and yeah, I saved like $20 and I bought it from them, and So they responded to me almost immediately saying, "Hey, we can't help you. Go to Rockstar." I went to Rockstar. They never got back to me.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get back to people for
Yeah,
some things.
Rockstar is like super shit on customer support.
Anything to
bought
do with
GTA
gaming is
5,
shit.
and now all I want to do is pirate the shit out of that game because I had already bought it. I had
Well,
the key, I had
yeah,
everything,
you were-
and I cannot play
That's
it.
what I
They
did
will
for
not
my
let me
OS.
Download it.
Yeah, you already own a copy, so pirating it, I personally would be complete. I wouldn't even go for that.
It's not even pirating it at that point. It's just like letting me have access to what I bought because you won't let me have access to it, even though you have all of the credentials that I sent you that I had actually.
There is evidence that you own it already.
Yeah,
Clearly,
and
there's
there's like,
receipts in your email account, on your bank statement, all that crap.
but you don't actually own it because we don't have a record of that. Like, I mean, that's not my fault.
Tom, they should
I
have a
bought it.
record
Like,
if you bought it from
should-
somebody.
They sent you something. Someone sent you something because I had it for like a month and a half before I had to do this, and I played it legit. Everything was great. It was cool. And then, boom, I had to re-download it. No, cannot do it. And I haven't played it since. I have not. I didn't pirate it. I didn't do anything. It was just,
Because that's illegal.
GTA 5. It just left such a bad taste in my mouth that I just don't want to even go down that path. GTA
it
5
taste
is
like
a
Santa's
great
sack?
game.
Well, have you guys also heard of the problems that GTA 5 has had recently? Like servers are fucking up. People can't
Servers are
go
already
into lobbies.
They were already
Games
fucked.
like private games
I
crashing.
never even got
No?
to play any multiplayer. I didn't get to play any GTA Online. I never even got that. I liked the main storyline. I was playing through that.
The single player was amazing.
Single player was
Near
really
the
good.
end, I think.
Really, really good. I actually played through it again because I got it on Xbox One.
Yeah, I really like it.
Sell out.
It's GTA. The writing is very much GTA writing. Like,
Oh yeah,
they know what they're doing,
they know
kept
what
in
they're doing when they
character.
do story.
and
Oh, did you guys hear
I've been
that?
expecting it for years. Good stuff.
What was
Old
that?
news, but
What were you saying, Austin?
this is probably old news, but one of the characters, I think its name is Lamar. He was supposed to be a playable character, but the voice actor for him had like a lot of trouble, so they only made him like a side character. So you were supposed to play as Lamar as well.
Wow,
That would just confuse
Really?
it, because then you could.
that's interesting
Actually.
because he was recently voice acted the new DLC. There's like there's a few new missions with him, and he's like it's like fully voice acted too.
Awesome, but yeah, he was supposed to be a playable character at one point.
That's interesting.
But since he had like there were so many problems that were going on that he couldn't do it. So
That would be a pretty interesting DLC since he was pretty much a dumbass.
No, he was, and in this he's like
Yeah.
he's like in charge of a new garage or something, and you have to set
see
up
that.
fights between gangs and stuff like that.
He was
like
always
basically
the
what San Andreas kind of
player.
I suppose so, yeah.
that would have been great actually.
Well, it's there. It's
It's there.
it's
you
not
just
would
can't do
have.
it.
It is.
Isn't the player character in Fallout 4 going to be voice acted?
Yes,
I
It is.
seem to remember
Yeah.
that.
Partially, and there's a
so.
male and female.
that's gonna be
thought so.
fun.
Yeah. For Bethesda, I should say. It's a proper way to pronounce it.
I don't see what's wrong with that because, like, Mass Effect,
No,
you have a character that is like it's a set character, but you make who you are.
I think
But he's
that's
fully
the
voice
problem
acted.
that most people have with it is that they think it's going to be a Mass Effect ripoff. But
No.
The way I see it, from the trailer I saw it as the main character has like voice lines, but anytime you have to talk, you don't. Like you can make your own decisions and all that, and they're not voice acted.
It's like you imagine what his voice is. You can either imagine it's someone else's, it's yours.
You've heard what he.
Yeah, that's the thing with. I think
voice,
silent protagonist was a total early gaming thing.
Kind of like Dragon Age Inquisition. Did you ever play that?
I watched people play it. I never actually got it. I kept thinking I should get that. I should get that. I should get that. I never did.
Yeah, if you watch it, you can see the main protagonist has a voice. He says lines, but during the main course of it, when he has decisions to make, you make those decisions, and he doesn't necessarily voice those lines.
Even still, for Bethesda, isn't having a voiced main character, especially in an open world RPG, because you look at Skyrim, Morrowind, whatever, they've never had a voice on them before from memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a completely new thing for Bethesda. So they're either going to completely fuck it up and have like the lines just be the occasional sarcastic remark, like your follower made in Fallout 3. Like Jericho would always make a remark if he got into a fight, sort of thing. For something like that, that's going to disappoint me. But if it's sort of during the main conversation, they have it voiced, because one of the dev teams said, there's sort of 10 or 100,000 lines of script or something like that in speech. So if they've recorded all the decisions as well, that'll be quite interesting. But if they haven't put the decisions in, then
the thing is, they kind of went full Mass Effect on this, where they are speaking the line itself. Or like, for example, one of the Telltale games, you see what you want to say.
Oh, like the gist of it.
Say that. Yeah.
And then they say,
that's good. I think,
yeah,
for an RPG, that for the open world RPG, I think that's quite a good idea.
From what I saw from the trailer, that's what they're doing, actually.
I think I remember that in the trailer.
And Atticus with the subtle turtles.
Yeah. What? But it's a nice idea because, like, in the case of Skyrim, say, if you were an orc and you just read it in your voice, that doesn't quite work. If you were a Khajiit and read it in your voice, it doesn't quite work. So, admittedly we're talking about a human in this case, but, each different nature has its own different voice.
But then again, that also goes with you can imagine the voice yourself. Like, you can think of what it looks like, or what it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it could look,
you can,
like, it could look like the biggest orc, like, muscles ripped,
And
like,
sound like the fairy from Amnesia.
Exactly.
Khajiit, no steal big orc. Not on me.
The fuck is...
I don't think that's the fairy we were talking about.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We don't blame you. I don't blame you anyway.
But I sort of...
knows nothing.
I thought of something really mean you could go and tell people. It is very well known that you can now get a dog as a follower in Fallout 4.
Yes.
Very early into the game. And I got the thought of... you could go around telling people that you have to keep the dog as a follower to a certain point in a quest, and the only reason you have to keep it is because the dog dies. And I was considering going around and telling people that just to see how people reacted.
You're a horrible person.
I know.
That's me.
Good
Some
idea,
people
though.
just want to watch the world burn.
And that person is Jack.
No, I'm beyond that person.
Computerized dogs should never die. That's kind of like a thing.
Oh, wow, you suck.
All right, we should ban Atticus.
What? Why would you ban me? I just said computerized dogs should never die.
Well, well, depends on the dog.
Tell that to the dog from Marley and
Does
me.
that depend on the dog?
What about that dog
have
that
you ever had come after you?
every dog ever?
Well, you need to stop putting ham down your pants to make your sausages
Listen.
look bigger.
It feels nice, all right?
Fair
All
enough.
of the dogs in the movies you watch as a child are probably dead.
Yeah.
True.
And banned from chat forever.
He banned himself, and you guys wanted to ban me. You dick weasels.
No, because I'm the one that would get banned, more likely. Because I think me and Gore have been the only ones to actually get banned yet.
Gore has never been banned.
We should ban.
Gore
you.
doesn't get banned.
Possible.
We need as
Alright,
much
we got banned
femininity
once.
in this sausage
Tomorrow
fest
morning,
as we can get.
Atticus,
We
you
need-
need
Yeah.
to message her on Twitter tomorrow. Tell her that she's been naughty. Because now she's in timeout.
Okay. I
If
can do
Atticus
that.
is telling her she's
That's when I accidentally click on timeout and put myself in.
That's
Damn
just
it.
a normal night for them, though.
Yeah, if Atticus tells her she's been naughty, she'll just be like, well, what can I do to
I
fix it?
basically say, okay, I'm done. You're in timeout. I'll get you later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And tell her that there's naked men in there.
She knows.
You need to make a timeout chat room that whilst you're in that voice, if you can find a way to do that, you can only see the chat and just literally just spam it with the most obscure and discomforting shit. If there were a way to do that,
Just lock her in.
Let's look at
Just set it.
the band of people, okay?
Orion saying hi everybody for 10 hours.
Hi,
yeah,
everybody.
just leave an account there,
Hi,
looping just
everybody.
that voice
Hi,
endlessly.
everybody.
Please don't soundbite
would
that
be-
and do it. Please do not.
Make an
I fixed it,
Orion
don't worry.
soundboard.
An Orion soundboard.
That was the easiest way to get muted ever.
Dicks and weasels.
That voice doesn't make me wait long.
British people kind of smell weird, right?
I have
voice
no
doesn't
patience for
keep
that
me up
voice,
long.
Atticus.
Dude, neither do I. Trust me.
Yeah, you come too quick when you hear that voice.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to go in that hole.
See what I mean?
I enjoyed it either way.
Oh, well,
But she doesn't do butt stuff, guys.
No, she does butt stuff.
you do now.
She's not old enough to know what that is.
Did I tell you the fact about different ages between age of consent and age of anal sex consent?
That is thing.
Are you serious? That's a thing?
Is this a
There is a
Mashable.com?
difference, yes.
My life has been a lie.
No, it's actually a thing. I looked up legal documents. In Canada
course.
and some states in Australia, the legal age of consent for sex is 16 from memory. And the
Are you
legal age of
serious?
consent for anal sex is 18, I think.
I thought it
from
was
memory.
18.
I know there was two.
No,
big
it's
difference,
definitely 18.
but It was
It's definitely 18.
Well, over here in Washington, it's 16.
Really? Jesus.
it's 16 here.
No, it's definitely 18. I mean, in Canada.
I could have sworn it was. It might not be in Canada. I know. I remember there was a country and state in Australia. I think it was Canada. I could be wrong. I apologise, but there's that rule.
Well, that's fine.
You have to wait 2 years before you have anal sex.
Really? Wow.
You can suck all the dick you want, but you can't take it in the ass for 2 years. The homosexual males are going to be really upset.
Exactly. Yeah, that sucks for them, I guess.
And the lesbians are just like, yeah, we're fine.
Lesbians, it's not even sex. They're just mashing their
Tumblr's
bits
gonna
together.
kill you. Tumblr is going to kill you now.
Lesbians can't
Kill
have
all of us.
sex.
Who gives a fuck at this point?
Actually, I didn't get that many shitty messages whenever I made my whenever my opinions been very voiced. I don't get messages that much for whenever I did go on Tumblr rather and post my opinion, which I'm quite pleased with because I avoided social justice warriors.
Oh, fuck. No, fuck.
Get
Well,
fucked.
I died.
You're shit at deathmatch. Go on a surfing server.
No, I suck at those too.
Oh yeah, you do. Just look for Surf Utopia V3. That should be easy enough.
Nah. Anyways, it's around an hour. I don't know what else we're going to talk about for 5 minutes. I think we should wrap up this podcast.
Topics. I got like 5 topics if you guys want to talk.
That was an hour of shit talking. I'm impressed.
An hour of shit talking. But good on us.
It was more redundant than when we did the York and I became the town drunk and I was still more useful than Gore.
God. I really wish I could play the Yogg.
Gore killed everyone and I was the only one left and happy.
Can we play the Yogg?
We kept having issues with it, remember?
It's just an asshole. That whole thing. Anyways, let's wrap this up. Thank you for watching this train wreck.
Wrap this up like a child's dead body.
Exactly.
Let's wrap this up like Atticus, how he feels uncomfortable about talking about the legal age of consent.
Let's wrap this up like your parents should have done on the night you were conceived.
Let's wrap this up like a rope around a prisoner's neck.
Let's wrap this up
your neck.
like a Christmas present that's actually a bomb.
It's actually a dildo with glitter. That's what you want.
Let's wrap this up like the Saints Row baseball bat that looks like a dildo.
Let's wrap this up like the plastic bag over a crying baby.
Let's wrap this up like Thor's underwear.
What?
Mic drop.
Walks off stage. Yikes. 7.
Well,
walks away.
That was a shit talking. Featuring Atticus Twatson.
featuring Atticus, who's not here to defend himself. Anyways, thank you for watching. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Remember to shout.